You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening, it can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa. We were talking about trees throughout the show and fruit trees specifically a couple times. And we have this weekend a free garden class on Saturday at 9:30. Please join us. It'll be in the back greenhouse here at Waters Garden Center. And Chris Arthur, who's my right-hand person, he's the foremost expert on all things trees, but specifically fruit trees. He's really good. He tracks all the farms. He knows where everything is, what's a companion, what pollinates what. And he's going to teach the class this weekend. Chris Arthur is horticulturalist extraordinaire. He knows stuff. And he'll give you the insider scoop on what you want to start with, which ones, how to get the most out of it. And it's a good time to plant. Just remember, you should stake them, because if a tree starts leaning to the northeast and it falls over because it loaded up with 8 bushels of apples, which is very possible, you'll want to make sure that that structure is straight up and down, so that weight is evenly distributed over the whole trunk of the tree. That's an insider tip. Also, right now, if you are looking at fruit trees, I don't want to steal some of Chris's thunder, but here's a tease. Have you come in and join us this Saturday, 9:30, or check out the podcast or the YouTube stream. We actually stream those live on our Waters Garden Center garden channel. Here, if you're looking for us, you can find it Facebook, LinkedIn. It's streamed everywhere. Insider tip: right now, you're seeing apples, pears. What else? Peaches. They got lots of like apples. You'll have 5 or 6 apples on the end of this cluster. You can't keep all of those on there. You have to make a hard call and go, I need only 2. The rest of you have to go. And now's a good time to be thumb pruning or thinning the apples. They tend to self-thin some. They call it June drop. So they tend to get hot and they start dropping themselves, but you need to help them. What happens is all that energy coming up from the roots, all that water, food, and all the goodness going into those fruits, there's not enough goodness to go in 6 of them. And so it divides it up. So all you end up with are lots of little tiny pithy, plums, peaches, apricots, nectarines, pears. And so if you thin some of those, now all that energy goes into the ones remaining, and you get these gigantic fruits left on the trees. That's an insider tip. I can tell you personal experience, and now is the time. When you start seeing that first June kind of drop, do it then. Just go out and go, I'm going to help you. Take your bucket and just start thinning. Take half of the fruit off that tree. Be brutal on it, because the remaining ones will be gigantic. It's a real game changer. And then I would say it's good if you haven't fertilized them since March. I would say take that all-purpose fruit and vegetable food. We have a pelletized organic food that we use. We make it here, and we've bumped it with a whole lot of calcium. And calcium is what brings out all that flavor, the size of the fruit. So it's 6, 4, 4, 7. It actually has more calcium than it does nitrogen, phosphorus, or potash, because we know you're going to struggle. Your tomatoes, if you don't give it enough calcium, you're going to have this blackened spot to it. Well, that same exact thing can happen to your squash, which can happen to your eggplants, which can happen to your peaches, which can happen to your apples, which can happen to your fruiting and vegetable. So it's a fruit and vegetable food. Now's a good time to be fertilized. It's organic. So I know the internet says don't fertilize while it's got food, while it's setting fruit. That's not organic fertilizer. People don't know how to use that. So I get so frustrated what I see as suggestions or solid advice. That's stupid. No, that's not true. Yet they spew it out there. And now AI is helping them compound it. Oh, that'll help. Anyway, come see us at Waters Garden Center. We can help you put a fruit tree in, or come to the free classes this weekend.
Waters Garden companion plants for June are golden locust, moonshine yarrow, Hall's honeysuckle, and gilt-edged silverberry.
Gilded Edge Silverberry grows head high with bright gold and blue leaves that screens out the most obnoxious neighbors while standing up to blistering heat and wind.
The super sweet flowers are utterly animal proof. Even javelina and deer don't like the taste of this local shrub.
You'll find the best evergreen natives at Waters Garden Center, 1815 Iron Springs Road in Prescott. For a more fruitful garden, increased success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.